Hi, we are back out at Mayfair today. We're going to walk you through this beautiful Toll Brothers model. For more about the community, please look at the community overview video that we featured on the channel a few weeks ago. Follow me. We're going to take you into this beautiful home. Beautiful black door. Come on in. With Toll Brothers, you can almost always expect a very grand entrance. It's one thing I personally love about Toll Brothers. As soon as you walk in, you instantly feel it's more elevated. There's just something about their whole design scheme that just really sets them apart as a builder. They definitely feel more custom. So coming in, they did this beautiful wallpaper here, floor to ceiling. And these have got to be at least 22-ish foot tall ceilings here. They did do beams, they whitewashed them. So if you wanted a little more of a contrast, you could definitely leave those exposed wood or paint them a darker color, and it would just make that pop even more up there at that ceiling space. So right off your entryway, we'll take you this way first. You're gonna have a bedroom right up front. Now this home, this is engineered hardwood flooring here, and I want you to notice too, they did take the doors off. So a lot of model homes will do that just for the sake of flow, but keep in mind there would be a door here. I like that they did this detail here, just kind of outlining the bed and putting this in the center of the room, and then they did the lighting beside it, and they also have the surround sound speakers in the ceiling as well. So this bedroom, right up here in the front of the house, has its own bathroom. One of the differences with Toll Brothers, with their walk-in showers, there is not a step down. They are truly flush. So you have a seamless step here, or no step, I should say. But I will say, your control is right underneath your shower head. You could ask if that could be moved, if that's something that, you know, maybe you want to put the controls here. You need some shelving, you need a niche or something, because you don't have anything in this shower to put your soaps and stuff. You'd have to put them on the floor in here. So definitely need some space, need some shelving or something for your soaps. And then you do have to come through this restroom to get to this walk-in closet. Again, they took the door off, right? But you do have a window, so it lets in natural light into your closet here. I like that. I like the casings of the doors. This is actual wood that they did, and they took it all the way around, and they left that top board just extended over the edge pieces a little bit. A small detail, but it's all in the details. You have this nice little entryway here. You could even put a small chandelier, not too long, not too low, but you could do a different light fixture if you wanted to just add some pizzazz as you enter that first bedroom. And then here you have an office space, a flex space with all of these built-ins here. So that is going to be an upgrade. But this is one of those spaces, if you need a home office, or even if this were a media room or a game room, having the additional storage, I personally think that storage is a great place to invest. You have a coat closet. This is somewhat close to the entrance of your home, so that closet could be used for guest coats if need be. And you have a half bath right here off the entryway as well. So this would be for your guests. They did a fun wallpaper all in here. Definitely a design choice. If you wanted some fun wallpaper, you could do that. And then directly across, we'll take you this way. This would be your entrance from your garage, but right now it's currently the offices for the agents here at Toll Brothers. And your laundry room is here. I like this laundry room. This, for me, it is practical and it is functional because I can reach these cabinets here. There is a full-size refrigerator in here and a sink with more cabinetry. And if you wanted even more, you could do cabinetry above this refrigerator as well. This tile, you probably can't tell from the video, but it is a textured tile, so it's kind of fun. And then that is locked, but that is an additional closet there. So, right off the entryway, we had bedroom, a true ensuite with a walk-in shower. We had the office, media room, whatever you needed it to be, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call it a home office. Laundry room, garage. And you come into this space and just take a minute. I know it's a model, so they show you all the things, but I like to highlight the lighting that they did in here. And I would love for you to picture this in the evening or at nighttime with just these lights on. You have this built-in entertainment center with cabinetry, and then it has undermount lighting. So there's no fireplace, but this, to me, this is a beautiful focal point. And I can just see it at night. They did this curved couch here, and I really think it just anchors this space with this beautiful light fixture. So much natural light in here, transom windows, sliders, and then this kitchen. I mean, what's not to like about this kitchen? This island is massive. I can't even reach from edge to edge here. Toll Brothers, as I mentioned, is definitely more of an elevated option. And in my opinion, it doesn't matter what community you're in. If Toll Brothers is in that community, they definitely set themselves apart from the other builders as far as their customization. So this particular island is a waterfall. And what I mean by that is this granite here wraps all the way around and down. So it's not just a top piece overhanging cabinetry. They wrapped it completely. And they also gave you cabinets on the back side of the island, just giving you more storage. You have this additional piece here. You could do coffee, just nice additional counter space. This gas burner here, this is a 6-burner gas top. This is gonna be an upgrade. This beautiful vent hood here is gonna be another upgrade. Stacked cabinetry all the way. And then you have, I know in some of the other models I've pointed out how the double ovens go. So imagine, remember I said, oh, had a sensor. I got too close to it. But here are your double ovens, and they didn't put the microwave above it because just think how high this microwave would have had to be if you put it above this double oven. There's no way you would reach it. So they put it here instead with your gas top here. You could do an actual stove oven if you wanted to with one additional oven there and a microwave above it. So you've got choices. It's all in what you want and how you want your kitchen to be and the layout that is best for you. This over here is a butler pantry. Nice space here. You can display things that you want people to see and hide the things you don't. Your small appliances, you know, blenders, air fryers, crock pots, all the things, and you could do your coffee here. And then you have a walk-in pantry kind of hidden, right? Now, these glass doors, you're gonna see these a lot in Toll Brothers models, but I don't want you to get your hopes up because a lot of the times they will not allow you to do glass doors. So something to think about, and that's where I come in. I will help you negotiate. I am happy to find out what the current incentives are. Each week, no matter which builder you're with, incentives change all the time. So reach out. I keep in personal contact with all of my sales agents, with all different builders across the Hill Country, and I will find out what their current incentives are. Because I could tell you what the incentive is today, but by the time this gets to my editor and it's all polished and sent where you can see it, that may not be the current incentive. So call, text, email me anytime, and I'll be happy to check out what the current incentives are. Anytime. But I do know those glass doors are typically not an option. They show them to you in the model, but they're not going to offer them to you when you build. I don't know why that is. So sorry, I don't want to break your heart. Just being honest. This area here, I've seen this floor plan in a lot of different communities, and I've seen this done a lot of different ways. I love how they did this. They put the artwork and they let your imagination run wild in here in this dining space. You have plenty of room. There are 8 chairs here. You could possibly do more, but I have seen where they continue the counter space here and they build out a nice buffet with more cabinets above, and they continue that backsplash in this area too. That would be a huge upgrade. But if that's something, if you're gonna entertain a lot, that may be an area where you could see putting that money and utilizing more square footage here, because you've got the space to continue that cabinetry here. And for me, that would be one space that I would do that in. Nice picture windows, lots of light. You have a door here off of the dining out to the patio, and you have the sliders off the living space out to the patio. I know in some of the other models, they don't have this additional door. Something to think about if it's something that you want. We'll take you out here first. Let's go outside first. Nice covered space. Honestly, you need covered space in Texas, especially in this part of Texas, because it is hot here. So I love that they did that tongue and groove on the ceiling. That is going to be an upgrade. Lumber is expensive, you guys. It is. It is what it is. So you've got the surround sound out here. You've got a nice fireplace out here. Remember, you don't have one inside, but you have this beautiful fireplace outside. And it's covered. You could enclose it even more if you wanted to. You could either do shades, or you could completely enclose this patio space. Down the line, if that's something you wanted to do, you have the option. Nice tile out here. They continued with the flat work, just giving you more patio space. Not a lot of green space. You have a little bit of grass over here, but you have this awesome outdoor kitchen. And having the grill out here to me makes sense, because God forbid you have a lot of smoke. It's out here in the open air. It's not underneath, so you're not gonna have to worry about smoke damage, right? So for me, I like having my outdoor kitchen a little bit away from my house. And if just food for thought, if this were something you wanted, you could do a pergola where it's still somewhat open. You have the open slats, but you're somewhat protected. So the smoke could still get out. You'd still have ventilation, but you have a little bit of protection from that guy up there, that sun. But this is beautiful. So you have a nice, eating space here, seating, and then you're covered here. I see they did gas here as well. So you could do a little fire pit even if you wanted more. But you have your fireplace. Options. Options are good. I can't get enough of this space. These ceilings. And we don't even have all the lights on. There's several recessed lights up there. And you don't even need them, because all the natural light that comes in this home through all these windows, the transom windows, the front door, is just beautiful. And look at this, you could put your board games. I don't think people really have many DVDs anymore because we're all streaming things, but if you have DVDs, you could put them in there. This is the primary. Now this is a big room. You have big pieces of furniture in here. Big bed, the bench here, the chairs, the trade ceilings, surround sound throughout, beautiful panels, just showing you the decor options that you can do. These are very oversized. So are these lamps. So this home as an inventory home is gonna be around $400,000, But this particular model home, because of all of the upgrades and all of the options that were chosen to make this home what it is, this home, when it goes to market, is going to be closer to $900,000. So when you're looking at an inventory home and you're seeing the same floor plan starting at $400,000, and you walk this, and then you see what it actually costs to have all of these things, that's where I tell you, you really have to narrow down and be selective in the things that you want if you don't want to push yourself up to that $900,000 price point. You know, do you need or want tile from floor all the way to the ceiling in your primary? Because that is going to cost. I don't know what that costs, but it's going to be thousands. So maybe you just take it to here and then you do a different color. You know, there's ways to achieve the same look and stay within your budget. They did this beautiful bluish, creamish tile on the floor, and then they took it halfway up the wall, stopped, and then transitioned into a white matte subway tile, brick tile. You have the window here. It's frosted because you have this beautiful soaking tub. I do believe this is an upgraded tub. Now you would have a soaking tub here, but I do not believe that it's this particular one. And then this walk-in shower. And like I mentioned before, Toll Brothers, smooth transition, there is no step. They transitioned from rectangular tile to a small square tile, but it's a smooth transition. There is no step at all. These controls are right underneath here, and there is a bench, but you don't have shelving or anything. I would put some, but y'all know that. You have dual vanities. They are the same size. They each have cabinets. They have 2 drawers. If you like the vanities that have a bank of drawers instead, think about that. All of the cabinetry in this particular home is soft close, including these in here in the bathrooms. Kitchen as well. That's going to be an upgrade. Coming this way, you're going to have your water closet. They took the door off. They also took the door off to the closet. I point out this linen closet because it has the glass panel. This is not something that you can get. Okay, so your door here would be a solid door. And honestly, I think I would prefer a solid door. I've said it before, I do keep my stuff very organized, but if I didn't want to, I wouldn't want you to see my chaos. So I think I would want a solid door there for my linen closet. Because you don't need to see my towels and my extra toilet paper and all the things I'm going to put in there. And this is the primary closet. There's just one closet. This isn't huge, but there must be a bird or something hitting the window that we keep hearing. So sorry if you see us get distracted, but there's a bird hitting the window by the bathtub and he is like slamming into it. So sorry. But to me, I don't think this closet is, it's not terribly large. And it's the only closet you have in the primary. So something to consider. It's a beautiful home. I haven't had anything negative to say about it yet. This might be my only negative. But I'll follow it up with a positive. Do you love this living space as much as I do? Because I love this room. This room is just cozy as can be. Now, let's take you upstairs. I do like that they carried the same wood up these stairs, and I've been up these stairs already once. They're not slippery. So the texture of this wood, and they did the facing and the step with the same material. This upstairs space is quite something. This is going to be your media room because there are no windows in this room. So this is what it was made for. I don't know if you can tell, these are 2 ottomans. This is a big room. Huge room, huge space. You've got, and they did these curtains. They're just hung against the wall just for decor. But I love that they did that because it just creates the ambiance of a theater. And you have this built-in section here with your beverage fridge. It's like its own little built-in bar up here. I just love this space. My family and I would hang out here a lot. My son would be up here with his friends playing, what are they playing right now? Y2K. They're playing Y2K a lot right now. So I know they would be up here. And the surround sound is going, some jazz music. And then look at this space. You could do, I love how they have it set up. I'm wondering, I think you could even put a pool table here and have plenty of space. You could do a shuffleboard table. They've got the little, what do you call that, foosball? The little, and then you have this whole row of bench seating. And these don't open because I already tried, but you could, if I built those in, I would have all of that open. So I could just store more stuff in there because you can never get enough storage. You have the outlets in the floor and you have several of them. So you have there, here, over here. I just think about Christmas time. You could put Christmas trees, all kinds of stuff up here. And then this catwalk, you can just see down into your living space. And then over here, you can see down into your entryway. And I know when we were downstairs and we were by the front door, I mentioned these beams that run in the ceiling, and they're currently painted white, but they are wood because I can see the knots through the paint. So if you were to leave those natural, that would have been my preference, in all honesty. I don't mind the white, but I would have loved to have seen that natural wood tone come through, especially if it were anywhere close to the color of this floor and the railings that they did. I think that would have made a big difference. Here's another linen closet with that glass face door. You have 2 bedrooms up here. This first bedroom is going to have a closet here, and then you're going to have access to the bathroom, but all of your guests that are hanging out upstairs also have an entrance into this bathroom from the hallway. But this bedroom also has an entrance to it, has its own entrance to it, if you will. All right, and then coming out of that bathroom that again you have access to from the hallway and from that bedroom, then you have your second bedroom upstairs. Now this one, I love this because this is like an additional primary, but upstairs because it has its own bathroom. So you have this beautiful room with the transom windows that just bring in all the light. You have your tub shower combination in here. And honestly, you have a pretty decent sized walk-in closet. You do have to access it from the bathroom, but I love that you have this closet. Did you like this one? I love Toll Brothers, I do. Your attic access is here. Mayfair is an awesome community and there's so much more to come. It too is a master plan community. It just depends on where you want to be in New Braunfels. Mayfair sits along I-35. You have direct access to the interstate. So if you are commuting to San Antonio or Austin, you're roughly, I'm gonna say at least 30 to 45 minutes from San Antonio International Airport from here, because it's not gonna take you long to get onto the interstate, just a couple of minutes in all honesty. You're right here by Creekside, you're in Kamal ISD, you're in a great school district, and they have schools inside Mayfair. There is so much more to come. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I am here to help you. Call, text, email me anytime. Again, I'm Shauna Hanover, a local realtor right here in New Braunfels, Texas. I'm happy to talk to you. Stay tuned for the map video because I'm going to show you exactly where this community sits, including this particular home. Happy to answer all your questions, and I'll see you on the next tour. All right, guys, I hope you liked the home tour. I have zoomed out here to show you where Mayfair sits in relation to New Braunfels. And let's dig into why Mayfair is so sought after. So here's Mayfair, it's all out here. Here's the new Costco. That right there is
a huge draw for people to move into Mayfair. You can literally take your golf cart, drive your golf cart to Costco, load up on all your items, and drive it on back. I could see you guys getting little trailers for your golf cart, some extra trunk space, and some tie downs. Anyway, Costco is here. Mayfair is all out here. This is a master plan community with so much to come. It'll be very amenity heavy once it's done. You will have retail options, dining options, and just community, very community involved. It's, you know, it's a town within a town, and it is literally all out here. It's numerous builders, lots of floor plans, lots of choices, and that's where I come in. I am more than happy to help you navigate builders and be boots on the ground, get you, you know, the incentives of the week, because builder incentives do change quite often. But I do pride myself on the relationships that I have with those builders, and happy to represent you and guide you through. That's what I'm here for. So as you guys know, New Braunfels, Texas sits in between two major cities, San Antonio and Austin. And we are along Interstate I-35 corridor, which right now I'm traveling southbound on I-35 headed to San Antonio. One of the other master plan communities that I'm going to compare it to is going to be Veramendi. Veramendi is out here. Okay, so you can already tell we're a little bit across town, right? If commuting is important to you and you're you know, you need to be close to I-35, Mayfair may be more of a draw for you. Veramendi sits along Loop 337, which goes around New Braunfels. Veramendi is going to put you closer to the heart of downtown, the historic part of New Braunfels, Schlitterbahn, Landa Park, the traffic circle, all of those things. You're literally 5 minutes from Landa Park from Veramendi. From Mayfair to get to Landa Park, depending on traffic, I'm going to say that's going to take you probably at least 20 minutes, no less than 15. And that's just being real. And in the summertime, you can definitely count on traffic being worse, especially all down here. And that's because of Schlitterbahn, our famous water park. We also have two rivers that run right smack dab in the middle of town. You have the Guadalupe River and you have the Canal River. So we have lots of people that travel here, visit here for all of the fun water recreation activities that go on throughout the summer. Schlitterbahn will open Memorial Day weekend. You know, that's a big holiday weekend, and then they'll be open all, you know, during the week for the remainder of the summer. And so, yes, traffic does get worse here, but you know, I'm just comparing these two master plan communities because it's a bit, there's a big difference in what you want to be close to. And the other major difference is going to be the school district. So over here in Veramendi, you're going to be in New Braunfels Independent School District, which is home of the Unicorns. If you are in Mayfair, you're going to be in Kamel Independent School District, which is home of the Cougars. So, you know, both are great schools. They're both highly ranked. And I would say just, you know, find out what your kids are into, you know, whether it be extracurricular activities, sports, you know, if it comes down to which school, you know, you guys want to put the kids in, then look at those things. Let's compare, you know, what each one has to offer and what works best for you. Now, as I mentioned, Veramendi here is close to, you know, the heart of downtown, all the downtown, you know, adventures, Landa Park, Schlitterbahn. They have their HEB right here. And then to get to I-35 from Veramendi is, once you come out of the community from Borchers Boulevard, you'll be on Loop 337, and you would take it this way and then, you know, connect to Interstate 35 here. In all honesty, that's going to take about 10 minutes. Could be less, could be more, but plan for at least 10 minutes. Versus Mayfair, you come out of the community, I mean, it's a 2-minute and you're right on the interstate. It's right there. So that's a huge draw. And then all of this here is Creekside. And inside Creekside, you can see here, there's a major hospital. You have Resolute Baptist Hospital right here. You're going to have Target, JCPenney's, lots of shopping options, including Hobby Lobby, Belk. There's a Burlington Coat Factory. I mean, they add to it all the time. Men's Warehouses in Creekside. And then there's tons of dining options. You have everything from Panera Bread to Panda Express to PF Chang's, what else? BJ's, Lupe Tortilla. Oh my gosh, so many to choose from. And then you also have, dental options and orthodontists and some, bars and nightlife. And you've got Topgolf and a movie theater and a new pickleball place. So there's so many things that are just right here by Mayfair. And then you have an HEB Plus. So HEB Plus is going to be your grocery store, but they're going to have more. They're going to have more things for your home, more things for your garden, not just food. And they're also going to have things like, you can, decide what kind of peanut butter you want, more personalization at the HEB Plus. So that's awesome. And then of course, right across the interstate, you've got Creekside, including Buc-ee's. So you've got great gas prices over here, probably the best in town. Between Buc-ee's and the HEB Plus, they usually have the best gas prices in New Braunfels overall. So I think to me, this is, like I said, between just what is convenient for you, what do you want your lifestyle to look like? Both of these master plan communities are going to be very amenity heavy. They're going to be very community involved. They're going to have green space, parks, pools, all the things. But what school district do you want to be in? And what do you want to be close to? And how do you want to spend your weekends? That to me is the biggest difference. So I hope this helps. And let me point this out too. Stars and Stripes Drive-In Theater. I cannot talk. Anyway, that is a fun place. If you've never been to a drive-in movie theater, you guys got to check this out. This is fun. And again, it's right by Mayfair. And then you've got the Texas Ski Ranch here as well. So lots to do within this, 3 to 5 mile stretch. And you've got everything you need. So, like I said, I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. It's always me on the other side. You can call, text, or email me. Shauna Hanover, realtor right here in New Braunfels, Texas. I live, work, and play right here. And I'm here for you guys. I'll see you on the next tour.